Stansell, and welcome to my shop. Today I'm going to demonstrate how I bent these sides and how I set up the pattern to bend these sides. It's a short lesson, a little different thing than I usually do. So as you can see, just to get started here, the guitar is not flat this way and it's not flat this way. It's domed in all directions. There's the line, it's a 15-foot radius in all directions, and it's also tapered from top to bottom. It gets shallow to go, and then it goes deep here. And I'm going to demonstrate a little trick in pattern making where I take an existing guitar and transfer this compound curve to the sides while they're still in this form, while they're still flat before they're bent, and that just makes fitting the back to the sides very accurate and very easy in relative terms. So let's get started with the lesson. First, I apply some quality masking tape to my straight edge, and I put a mark every ½ inch. Here I switch to metric because it's a little more accurate for this application. I'm going to write down the dimension between the top, which is my baseline, straight line, and the back. Every time it changes in or out, 0.5 or 1/2 millimeter. You can skip where it stays parallel with the back because it's basically one straight line. There you have it. Next I'll be removing the tape from the existing guitar and applying it to the 3/4 inch particle board, which will become my pattern. You can see I've applied the tape to the baseline or the top joint, where the top and the sides come together. Okay, next, make sure I have a good sharp pencil for a thin line. Be as accurate as we can be here. Using my calipers again. Every time there's a change of 0.5 millimeters, I adjust my calipers in or out and mark that on the appropriate line, corresponding line. Now it's just a matter of connecting the dots. It's a segmented line, but it will be a curve when it's done. Now you have to remember, as the sides move away from the center line of the back, this is what makes it a compound curve. So it's not just a continuous curve, as one might think. Now I'm making a very accurate cut with the bandsaw outside of the pencil line, just outside of the pencil line. And I'll clean that up a little bit with a file after I make this cut. See the compound curve. Okay, now I've got my line cleaned up, and I'm going to transfer that to the sides. These are the sides that I built the guitar with, that I opened this video up with. Lining up the top joint, which is my bass line. Transfer that line, transfer the curved line or the back line to the sides, tape them together so that I don't have to make two cuts and the cut will be exactly the same. Cutting just outside the pencil line again. I'll clean that up and get a perfect line by using a little Bosch trimmer with a flush cut carbide bit. And there it is. One thing left to do is index the sides, center fingerboard, center of middle bout, center of end block, and also mark treble and bass side, because it is easy to get these mixed up, get your sides mixed up and bend it the wrong way. So now I'm indexing the center of the middle bout so that it will fit, so that I can line that up with my bending, the center of my bending machine. But before I do that, while the bending machine is heating up, I'm going to apply some water with a spray bottle to the sides, to the side, and then force the heated water into the pores with two 500-watt halogen lamps. This loosens the sides up a bit. Now I'm working fast. Here I'm trying to get the sides in before I lose the heat out of the jig. Got the stainless steel slats. Everything's indexed to the center of this very ingenious machine designed by Charles Fox, side bender, purchased through LMI. I used to bend by hand, and I would recommend learning by hand, actually, bending freehand a few times before you use this machine, just to get used to what wood can do, get the feel of the bend. But at any rate, this machine does the job perfectly every time, exactly the curve. Now it'll go into a mold where it'll sit for a couple weeks, be clamped for a couple weeks, where it can just really set up before I build with it. But there you have it. Done deal.